Hi friends, welcome to Arnav's world. Today is the second episode in History Day. This video, we are going to discuss about how hunter-gatherers became farmers. That means hunter-gatherers were people who hunted and farmers were people who farmed. Easy. The first humans evolved in Africa about 300,000 years ago. And again today, we're going to explain what we told last video a bit, so you don't need to watch the last episode in the history. Okay. The first humans evolved in Africa about 3 lakh years ago, a very long time. They began to spread across the globe around 1 lakh years later, which means 2 lakh years ago. Long again. Human evolution in the brief, so you will understand simplifiedly. The first were Sahelanthropus, confusing. They lived in Africa from 7 to 6 million years ago. They mostly lived on trees and half on land, half on trees and half on the ground, just like monkeys. The next were Australopithecus. They lived in Africa 3.5 million years ago to 2.95 million years ago. Both fives. They were the first ancestors of monkeys and humans. They became monkeys and humans, to be easily said. The next were Homo habilis. They again lived in Africa. 3 generations just in Africa. They lived 2.4 to 1.4 billion years ago. They made stone choppers, which were like knives made from stone, just to cut things like meat. Next were Homo erectus. They lived in Africa and Asia from 1.89 to 1.43 million years ago. They invented fire and made new stone tools like axes, etc. The next were Homo heidelbergensis. They have very confusing names. They lived in Europe and Africa from 7 lakhs to 2 lakhs years ago. 5 lakhs years they lived for. They hunted large animals by using spears. Just drove them. The next were Homo neanderthalensis. This is also a confusing name. Then they lived in Europe and Asia. They lived 400,000 to 40,000 years ago. That means the years just got divided by 10. The next, they wore clothes and painted cave art, and they buried their friends who died. Ouch. They give respect to their dead friends. That's good. The next are Homo sapiens. That's us. They lived worldwide. They explored all of the place and even Antarctica, but they don't live there. We don't live there. We lived 300,000 years to now, present. No one can live from that to now, continuously. Then they invented language and writing so they can talk to each other and just cooperate. Some facts about them were early humans were hunter-gatherers. That means they gathered plant things like berries, etc. and killed animals like mammoths to eat meat. Tasty. They were great travelers. That means they travel from one continent to another. Present day we can't even walk 20 kilometers. They run like 50,000 kilometers. Ouch. They spread from Africa, this is Africa, to the Middle East, next all of Asia, next Europe, Australia, the Americans were right here. Yeah. That's how they discovered all of the place. Now, early humans, Earth was in an undergoing ice age, which is an age where ice was there. Like it was very cold. Between 60,000 to 40,000 years ago. Long, 20,000 years. They hunted woolly mammoths for food. If you saw the Ice Age movies, you may saw that elephant-like thing which was brown and was furry. Those are, guess it, woolly mammoths, of course. There were no leaders at those times. Their men and women were both equal. That means they were the same with no differences. Men hunted animals while women gathered plant food like berries and cared for children. Cave art also developed 40,000 years ago, just after the Ice Age. Great. Clothes were made by using animal skin, while jewelry was made from animal bones. Can't they make it from wood or rock? Okay. Some fun facts. Okay. 1,10,000 years ago, the oldest jewelry was made. That's why we have necklaces now. Without them, we wore nothing. And the first cave art was 73,000 years ago. Not that long, kind of. Okay, the first farmers. By around 9,000 BCE, instead of hunting and gathering, humans started to produce their own source of food by farming. Okay, they also learned to domesticate animals for food or to help them in farming. Food means to kill them and eat them, and farming means using them as a tool like plows. Goat was domesticated about 8,500 BCE, while cattle and sheep were also domesticated at the same time. The chicken was domesticated about 7,500 BCE, the pig 7,000 BCE, the llama, which are like horse-like things with long necks, lived in the South Americas. They were furry and you want to just squeeze them. They were domesticated about 4,000 BCE, and the horse was domesticated 3,500 BCE. First the horse-like things were domesticated and then the horses. How? The first humans settled down in permanent villages near their crops because they need to take care of their crops. If they were far away, they need some time to come there. Before farming, there were nomads. Nomads means people who just moved to place. It was very heavy to just carry the luggage. So after farming was invented, they became permanent and settled down in permanent villages. That's why they made storage things like chests or bags or handbags, kind of. The first villages turned into towns some years later, and finally kingdoms about 4,000 BCE. Kind of long, but at the same time the llama was domesticated. And one fun fact, do you know llamas can spit? It's saliva? Oh, gross, disgusting. Okay, so this is about how hunter-gatherers turned into farmers. So farming is a very crucial thing for humans, and it was a revolutionary step for all of human history. This is a note for today, and bye.